if you are someone who tends to have really high highs, but also very low lows in your life, and you have a hard time navigating this, and it's almost like you are in this constant conflict with yourself because you are so up and down in your mood and you just have a lot of vivid emotions, right? This video is really for you. So for years, I had a very hard time to navigate my wide spectrum of emotions. I'm a very expressive guy and I have a lot of strong emotions. And when I feel all the way through. So if you can recognize yourself in me, just hang around here and we'll like navigate this together. So the biggest shift for me, navigating, having these like very ups and downs in my life and in my inner life, has really been to, instead of being in conflict, first of all, like accepting that this is actually how I'm built. I'm built to have very strong seasons, right? Like some days there's hurricanes going on and other days it's so sunny and beautiful and like there's not a cloud to be seen on the sky. And through just accepting that, like, I have strong seasons, I don't need to judge them to be like bad or good. I can just see them as different seasons that comes and goes in my life. So this was like the first biggest shift for me when I started to realize that, shit, I'm actually have been judging myself quite a lot when I feel cloudy, for example. I try to hide it from people around me, for example, and I don't feel comfortable expressing it or being in it. And instead it's like, I shouldn't feel like this. I should be happy, or I should, find a way into joy and bliss again, right? And the thing I've learned about life is that life is lifing, whether we like it or not. So some days will be sunny. Just embrace the sun, be out in the sun, feel the sun and just like go for it. And other days it's really cloudy outside. And it's actually possible to embrace these days as well. And they can actually be very joyful to experience. It's not that like, it's so cloudy and now I'm so down and I'm so depressed. And it's so easy to like get caught about the story around the weather. But the weather just is, right? Whether you like it or not, the weather just is. So it rather comes to what perspective you have on the weather that you are experiencing. And this you have power over. You can actually start to enjoy your cloudy days. And the first thing you need to do is to become aware of how much you are judging yourself while you are feeling like, if you wake up a day, for example, this was true for me this day. I woke up in the morning and I just felt like I was so tense in my jaw and I felt so like indifferent for life itself. And I was starting my day with scrolling my phone for like an hour. And this didn't really make it feel any better. And then I just choose to go out for a walk. And after breakfast, I was just laying in the sofa and I was just looking at how much I was like thinking about how I was feeling instead of just feeling how I was feeling. So when I started to just like, I started to breathe, I recognized that I had a lot of negative thoughts and stories around what I was experiencing. And when I simply didn't focus on those thoughts anymore, and I focused on the state that I was in, I started to feel the textures in my jaw. I started to like feel my breath and like allow it to be shallow or deep or whatever felt good. And I was just laying there in the sofa, not doing a thing for maybe half an hour. And through just doing this, it naturally just felt like I felt like I was meeting myself. And I think that is the key, that when we are meeting ourselves in whatever weather we're in, something loosens up. And you can really go the other way around this as well. Like, imagine the sun being too bright, so like you feel dried out by it instead because you're out in a desert, right? This can also feel like unpleasant, something that you don't want to be in. But the thing is that now you are maybe a bit dehydrated, you are out in the desert, so what are you gonna do about it? Either you are in acceptance with what is here, or you are denying it. And when you are denying it and you are avoiding it, you are creating more distance from yourself. You're really feeling more disconnected than before, because you are not allowing what is here to be honored and felt. It's when you are meeting the moment, you're meeting your inner weather as it is, unfolding real time within yourself, that you will feel more free, where you can feel joy in the deep downs as well as the high highs. And this has been such a game changer for me in my own life, and something that I'm currently like exploring more and more. This is something that is unfolding through me. Like as I'm speaking, and for the last couple of months, because before I was like, either I'm in denial of these like deep downs and I'm like just praising the highs, or I'm in this state where I'm like kind of indifferent and everything is just really plain. And then I don't really live out my personality. I don't really live out my full emotional expression. And what feels the most liberating, I would say, is the right word that I want to use here, because it really feels liberating, is when I just allow myself to go to the deep downs and to the high highs without attaching a judgmental story to it. Where I'm simply allowing myself to feel it, go through it, and honor the inner weather that I'm in. And maybe if you feel like you're a bit like me, you have a deep emotional spectrum and you have access to your emotions in a vivid way, but sometimes it can feel a bit overwhelming to navigate it. And it's almost like you're in conflict with yourself. Maybe I can be that living example of that it's actually possible to live a very functioning life with this highly sensitive soul, with a lot of deep emotions that is very high and very low. And that it can actually be a superpower when you just learn to navigate them, when you are flowing with them rather than working against them. So yeah, it feels great to connect with you in this kind of way. And if you enjoy this video, I upload every single day. So just stick around if you feel like you are vibing with me, and might see you tomorrow. Bye.